Hi, people. Let me know once you join if you can hear me. Let me know once you join if you can hear me in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm streaming this to Facebook. I'm streaming this to LinkedIn, and I'm streaming this on YouTube. Most persons I know will be joining on YouTube. So let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me once you join. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me once you join. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me once you join. Both of them all. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me once you join. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me once you join. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me once you join. Let me know if you can see me. Hello, I can hear and see you. Hi, Precious. Hi, Precious. How are you doing? We're just going to give like the next 5 minutes, 6 minutes to bring everybody in. So, as you're joining, it's nice to meet you. I would love to know where you're joining from. Are you in Lagos? Which part of the country are you joining from? State? Tell us the state and the country where you're joining from. Tell us the state and the country where you're joining from. Okay, Gracia said, I can see you and I know you can hear me. Awesome. So let us begin to like introduce ourselves. I do this to build that connection between me and my students. I do this to build that connection between me. I can hear and see you. I'm in Lagos. Hi, Temi Tokwe. It's nice to meet you. Hi, Temi Tokwe. It's nice to meet you. Hi. Okay, Precious said, I'm good. Thanks. I'm joining from Abuja. Awesome, Precious. Awesome, Precious. Nice to meet you. Hello, I can hear. Awesome. I think you're joining from LinkedIn. So we have a lot more persons on YouTube. So hello, everyone. My name is Antonia from Kwara State, Nigeria. Hi, Antonia. Nice to meet you. So we're going to spend like the next once is, I would say, my time is currently 12 noon, which is my time. So once it's 12:05 my time, that should be probably 7:12 Nigerian time, depending on where you're joining from. So depending on where you're joining from. So we're just going to spend the next 5 minutes allowing people to join the training, and we can kick off. We can kick off like so, just 5 minutes, and we are all up and running. So we're just going to be doing like an introduction. Let us know where you're joining this training from. Let us like where you stay, state and country. So myself currently I'm in more like the Chicago Azix, Illinois, US, and that's where I'm joining or I'm teaching this training from. So let me know in the comment section where you're joining from. Let's know, let's meet ourselves. You might just be surprised you meet your classmates here. I know some of my students have met their classmates in this training. So you might just be surprised you meet your classmates here or even somebody living in your street. So we have 5 minutes and we will get started. How are you spending your day? How are you spending your day? How are you spending your day? Let's know how you're spending your day. And we're going to get started in 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes and we get started. 4 more minutes and we get started. I'm just trying to like share this link so that my students will know that I'm live and they can join. When I tell you that this is going to be like a life-changing experience, this is definitely going to be one of those life-changing experiences that you're going to have. And I say it from a place of knowing. I say it from a place of knowing that this is one of those life-changing experiences that you're going to have. And that's because I know that a lot of persons have been impacted even just from this free training. A lot of persons have been impacted just from this free training. So, hi, good to see you. Good to see you too. Good to see you. And I can't wait for class that starts next week. I know most of my students are looking forward to our class that starts next week already. So it's good to like see you, and I look forward to everything we're going to be doing in the next couple of minutes. In the next couple of minutes, we have 3 more minutes, and we'll get like started. We have 3 more minutes, and we have 3 more minutes, and we can get started. 3 more minutes. But as you're joining, let us know in the comment section where you're joining from. I need to see energy in today's training. I love energy a lot. It helps me. It helps me. It helps me. It helps me. It helps me think. It helps me function very well. I love energy a lot. It helps me function a lot. Good to see you. Charity from Lagos, counting down to our 45 days training. Nice to meet you, Charity. Nice to meet you. And thanks for creating the time to come spend some time here with me. I feel like for some persons, this is that clarity of, oh, this is a career path for me. So many persons will leave this training today feeling like, oh, I think a career path in virtual assistance is worth it. It's going to give you all the clarity you want. It's going to answer like your questions, all those hard questions you've been like struggling with. You're going to get that clarity right now. Hi, Blessing. Hi, Uche. Hi, Sophia. Nice to meet all of you. Okay, Freeway. Uche said he's in Delta. Are you in Delta or you're from Delta? Are you in Delta or you're from Delta? Are you in Delta or you're from Delta? Hi, everyone. My name is Neche, joining from Abia State, Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Gifts. Nice to meet you all. So I'm just going to go ahead to start while we're spending the next 2 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead to share my screen, and we can get started with what we have. I'm just going to go ahead to share my screen while we're using that to prepare for what we have. I'm just going to go ahead to share my screen while we're preparing for what we have. So I'm going to see if I can present a view, present, and let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. I think I need to exit this and use this. I think this option should work for me. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen very bold. Let me know if you can see my screen very bold. Let me know if you can see my screen very bold. Yes, I can see your screen. Awesome. Another thing you can do right now is feel free to like this video. Feel free to like share it with your friends to come and learn. I'm big on, I tell people that if you're the only rich person in your circle, that means you're very poor. If you're the only rich person in your circle, that means you're very poor. So feel free to like invite your friends, share the link of this training to them. Hi, Jerry. Thanks for having you here again. So if you're the only rich person in your circle, that means you're very poor. So feel free to share the link of this meeting to your friends. And without wasting much of our time, we're starting up right now. Without wasting much of our time, we're starting up right now. We're starting up right about now. And just give me a moment. So without wasting much of your time, we're just going to hit it running right now. Let me just finalize this. So guys, welcome to another free training. Hi guys, I'm Chizoba from Port Harcourt. Hi Chizoba, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, and I hope this is clear enough. I hope this is clear enough. I hope this is clear enough. I hope this is clear enough, and we can see my screen bold and clear. I hope we can all see my screen bold and clear. All right. So, yes, okay, yes, it is. All right. So, without wasting much of our time, like I said earlier, we're just going to go ahead to kick it off. And that's because I'm big on learning. I'm big on not just it's not just about this free virtual assistant training. We do a whole lot of things for you. It's going to give you clarity. It's going to, and most of you who already know me know that when it comes to teaching, when it comes to providing clarity, I think I do that. I think that is like one of the places I have superpowers in, being able to like provide that clarity for people and for everyone who needs it. So without wasting much of your time, we'll get right into it right now. So today is it's a free virtual assistant training, and your host is no other person but Chinyere Agbasiri. So in this free training, I'm going to be walking you through everything you need to know about being a virtual assistant. And if you stay to the end of this training, you'll be walking away from this training, learning how I'm able to scale so much as a VA without, without lifting a hand, and without lifting a hand in this field. So now, before we dive deep into what we're about to do, how many of us listening to me in this training are willing to start earning online? How many of us are willing to change our finances? How many of us are willing to like walk out of this training earning online? Not just walking out of this training. How many of us are feel how do you feel like you're this stage of your life where you need to start earning online? Like you've gotten there. I'm at this moment. Let me know in the comment section. Are you willing to start earning online? Are you in this phase of earning online, or you're just anyhow it be? Let me know. I need to see that energy that I'm looking for in the comment section. Are you really ready? I can see Blessing. She said, I'm ready. I can see Gracious, me. Like, I need to see that energy. Are you willing to start earning online? Because it's another thing to want to make money. It's another thing to be actually willing. There's a difference between willing, like you're willing to put in all the work. I'm willing to start doing this thing at this stage. I'm willing to actually go all out to start doing this. So are you ready to start earning online? So if you are, and I can see the energy in the comment section already, I can see the energy. Let me see. Talk for yourself. Don't use another person's I'm ready for your own. You that you're listening to me, are you ready? Now, again, you would have noticed, if you're my students, that I'm very big on statistics, right? And if you're meeting me for the first time, I'm very big on statistics because that helps you to begin to think clearly. That helps you to begin to position yourself. That helps you to begin to know what you can do to get to where you're going to. So the freelance market itself, the virtual assistant industry is a freelance market, right? The freelance market itself is projected to reach a value of 445.2 billion as at 2023. Now, as at this 2024 that we are in, that is almost coming to an end in the next few weeks, it was projected to pass 500 billion. So if you are not yet in this industry, what does that mean? You lost out on all of this money that you could have made this year. And probably if you're just starting right now, I will tell you for free that it is not too late. I'm really looking forward to the freelance market projection in 2025 because I feel like there is a lot to earn, there is a lot to gain out of this industry. We're not talking about million here, like we're not talking about million. We're literally talking about billion. Now, this would clearly demonstrate to you the immense size, like the bigness, like how big this freelance market is, the capacity, how lucrative this market is, and if you seriously tap into this market, what you can benefit and gain out of it, right? So I don't know if you can already envision how big this freelance market is, or you're just going to be a passerby, you're going to learn, you're going to listen, and at the end of the day, you do nothing about it. If there is any place for you to start working towards speed, if you're a mother and you're listening to me, if there's any way to where to start positioning your children, is the online space. If you're a young lady, if there's any place for you to start positioning yourself, it is the online space. it is the online space. So if you're not yet positioning yourself in this freelance market where it is going already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Now we've looked at the freelance market, right? Now let's look at the virtual assistant market itself. What does the virtual assistant market? A virtual assistant market is just a niche inside the freelance market. What does that tell you? There are different things you can do in the freelance market, but we are focused on virtual assistant because you can also do a lot of things as a VA. Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section. Are you following me? Are we building this foundation in a way that it is very clear? Are we building? Are you enjoying this statistics, like, to show you clearly so that you can start, so that if you eventually go into the industry, you can run with the race of this industry. Like, I would say, like, you can run with it like your life depends on it. The way I run with this industry, I run with it like my life depends on it. I don't care whose goat is missing. I just keep running with it because I can see clearly what is entailed in this industry, and I can see clearly the money that can be made. So according to recent statistics, the global virtual assistant market, remember we started from the freelance market, right? Now we are narrowing it down, we are niching it down to focus on a part, which is the virtual assistant market. Now the virtual assistant market itself is projected to reach a value of 16.1 billion by 2026. We are in 2024, right? Next year is 2025. Next coming year is 2026. How many months do we have to 2026? How many months do we have to 2026? Let me know in the comment section. How many months do we have to 2026? And can you see the projection? It is projected to hit 16.1 billion by 2026. I don't know if you're part of this projection. Are you part of this projection at all? Are you part of this projection of this virtual assistant market? Or you're part of those that will just come and go, both those that will just see 13 months. Thank you, Tolutokbe. We have 13 months to 2026. And this industry is projected to hit 16.1 billion by 2026. So I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what your excuse is. You can choose to sit by the side and see it as, oh, they are lying to you, or you can choose to, like, stay focused and know that this is an industry where you can earn massively from, right? So now I have also realized as a coach, I've been in this field for like close to 5 years right now. I've realized, and I can tell you for free, that many virtual assistants survive. Like, they are just surviving. They have that title, I'm a VA. That's the only thing they have. Like, the only thing they have is that title of being a VA. E no pass. Now only title they get. They no get any other thing. So if maybe you're listening to me and the only thing you have is that your title of being a VA, sorry, it's not going to pay your bill. Your title of being a VA is not going to pay your bill. You need to wake up to this reality right now. You need to wake up to this reality that it's not just about being titled. It's not just about, oh, I have taken training. What can you do? In genuinely, what can you do? Many persons, your goal as a VA is to thrive, not to survive. Your goal as a VA, put it down in the comment section. My goal as a virtual assistant is to thrive, not to survive. I see many VAs surviving, like they just carry that title for head. But outside that title that you have, what can you do? Outside that title that you have as a VA, outside that certificate that you have as a VA, what can you do? Your goal is to become an indispensable asset that clients will literally want to work with. Like, your goal is to thrive, not to survive. Like, your goal is to thrive, not to survive. But many times we see so many VAs, all they just do is clamor that their certificates. Like, that is the only thing they have. They have nothing else to contribute. That is the only thing they have. That means they are surviving. Some persons are barely surviving. They don't even know their left from their right, but we all clamor to become VAs. So your goal right now, as you're listening to me, as my goal is to be able to change your orientation, not to be like an ordinary VA out there. So even if you're my students and you're listening to me, my goal is to change your orientation. Your goal as a VA in all of this industry is to thrive, not survive. Survive now anyhow, I be VA. I'm not an anyhow, I be VA. Your goal is to become an indispensable asset. And I want to tell you for free that the only limitation to the realization of your dream, the only limitation to you achieving this dream is your doubts of today. It's your doubt of today. It's the doubt you surround yourself around. So what are the doubts in your mind? You doubt that you can't earn $50 per hour as a VA. You doubt that you can't make millions as a VA. You doubt that this industry is not real. That is your doubt. That is you. That is you trying to. Nothing can limit you on this path. I'm going to go ahead to, like, when we get close, I'm going to share my story with you, but nothing can limit you on this part. You're literally unlimitable. You're literally indispensable if you know your onions very well, right? If you know your onions very well, you're literally indispensable. And the only thing that can limit you, in all honesty, is the doubt you have of today. Now, if you're in any African country right now, I love to focus in African country because I feel like our finances, our finances are not really where it's supposed to be. So if you are in an African country right now, you're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, you're in other African country, I want to ask you in all honesty, and you can ask yourself this question: can your 9 to 5 salary, that is if you're doing 9 to 5, you're probably a young lady doing 9 to 5, or you're a mother doing 9 to 5, or your father doing 9 to 5, can your 9 to 5 salary take you home now? Like, looking at the present Nigerian economy, can your salary take you home at the end of every month? Can it take you home? Does it foot even your transportation bill? Not to talk of your feeding bill. Can that salary take you home? I feel like even if you do not want to invite others for this training, share this live. Somebody's going to learn something from this. Share this live so that somebody can come and learn and face their reality and run with their reality. Now, can your 9 to 5 salary take you home monthly? Like, can it take you home? Can you, for all the baby girls among us, the salary you're earning, there was a time 100K used to be big money. There was a time 200K used to be big money. But right now, can that salary take you home? And if you're doing business, maybe you're not doing 9 to 5, your own too is here. If you're doing business, can your monthly earning take care of your bills? Can it take care of your children's bills? Can it take care of your bills as a person? Can it take care of your family bills? If you're saying, oh, I'm not doing 9 to 5, but I'm doing business, can your business earning right now, maybe in between, you might have staffs that you're paying, can this money you're making from your business in this 2024, if you're depending on any African country where you are, can it solve all of your bills and still give you that probability to, like, have investments here and there? The answer, you already know the answer. I'm just making you see your reality. And if you're a student, your feeding allowance that used to be, maybe your feeding allowance before, can even go half. Now, can that your feeding allowance support or sustain you like before? If you're a student and you're listening to me, can your feeding allowance be able to support and sustain you like before? These answers are very clear. And it is very clear because of the economy where we have found ourselves. Your 9 to 5 salary cannot take you home at the end of the month. If you're doing business, your monthly earning might not be able to take care of all the bills. If you're a student, your feeding allowance will not be enough to be able to support or sustain you like before. So what is the way forward? What is the way forward? And that is not all. When you look at the impact of inflation on our currency, especially Naira, 1 Naira right now, Abi, whatever, Naira to dollar right now, as at when I changed. 2 days ago, I changed 1 million. 1 whole million. And it gave me 540 something dollars. I sat down and cried. Do you know how much effort it took me to make 1 million? Now you can begin to imagine how much your Naira is to dollar. You can begin to imagine how much your Naira is to dollar. Now, because of this impact of inflation, our currency is devalued and it has affected earning power and even your saving power. How many of us are still saving? How many of us are still saving? This training again is a combination of a mindset shift and the VA training. I love to start here because this is our reality. There's no need rushing to like dash you informations of virtual assistants when all of this is unsettled. When all of this is unsettled. So because of the impact of inflation, our currency is devalued. This is affecting savings. People do no longer have savings. And this is affecting earning power. Even if they pay you 1 million right now, like even if you earn 1 million right now, by the time you remove 5 naira inside that 1 million, it's gone. The 1 million is gone. The 1 million is gone. So begin to see and begin to ask yourself, now that inflation has made naira to devalue, where can you focus on? You need to focus on how to earn in dollar. You need to focus on how to earn in other currencies, other hard currencies. That is why this is very important, because our currency has lost value. If by December, I would not be surprised if dollar gets to 2.5. By December, in few weeks, I will not be surprised if dollar gets to 2.5. Sorry, if naira to dollar gets to 2.5, I will not be surprised. I will not even be surprised if in Christmas people will not be able to afford, God forbid, what to eat, because everything is freaking expensive. Everything is freaking expensive. Our currency has lost value. So now, if you're listening to me and you're following me, and what I'm saying is making sense to you, picture where your finances is at right now. Is that where you want it to be? Picture where your finances is at right now. Probably picture where your finances was 2 years ago and where it is right now. Let me know in the comments. Is that where you want it to be? Is that where you want your finances to be? Where your finances is at right now. Is that where you want it to be? Is that? Let me know in the comment section where your finances is at right now. Is it making you happy? Are you excited about where your finances is? Are you proud of yourself where your finances is? Like, and you're not still thinking of a way to leave this your present finances. If you're following me, where your finances is right now, are you proud of it? Is that where you want to be? Is that where you want to be? If that is not where you want to be, that means we need change. You need to begin to think of how you can earn outside of where you are currently. You need to begin to position yourself in the right place. You need to begin to ask yourself, how do I leave this how do I leave this place where I am right now? How do I live? So again, I would also tell you for free, many job seekers, I'm not lying to you, many of our graduates who are out, you're probably going to be a graduate and you're listening to me. Many of us, many of you do not have the digital skill required in the competitive industry that we are in. Is the industry competitive? Of course it's competitive. There are a lot of people who are applying for jobs every day. Does it mean that you will not be able to get a job? The answer is no. If you understand your onions very well, you know how to bring it to use, you're going to get jobs. I tell people that sometimes what limits people is how they think. What is limiting so many of us is how we think. So you're going to get a job. But many job seekers do not have the digital skill required for the competitive positions that are now standard for like jobs. They are standard skills that you need to have. Whether you have a first class in university, if you come out without these skills, nobody's going to employ you. Nobody. In as much as, you will say, we can learn on the job. There are skills that you need to have. It's non-negotiable. There are skills that you need to have. Most of us that are out of university, you can't write CV. You can't even communicate what you can do properly. You don't have the digital skill. So the problem plenty. So ask yourself right now, as you're listening to me, the digital skills that you need to even thrive and apply for a job, do you have it? Do you have it? Aside from so many half-baked trainings that most of us take, we're not even going to talk about that. But do you have the digital skill required to land that job you're looking for? Do you? Do you have it? You might not. You might. It's a two-way coin. It's a two-way thing. So whether you have it or you don't have it, if you don't have it, you can learn. If you have it, you can improve. In my language, they go say, "Obo the tight." The tight. I like to infuse Igbo. I'm an African. I infuse my language and I explain. I'm proud of where I come from. Obo the tight means the battlefield is tight. You need to tighten your seatbelt. If you feel you know, no more. If you feel, I think I know, no more. If you feel I don't know at all, learn to know. Not just learn to get the certificate. I tell my students, any day I will catch you that what you're celebrating is certificate, not your skill, I stop being your coach. Most people celebrate certificates, but they have nothing on their head. Like they celebrate certificates, but they have nothing fall out. So if you're listening to me, are you among those that celebrate certificates? I have 10 certificates. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Am I making sense? Make I continue. Sometimes I dey shake table if I dey teach. Make I continue. Should I continue? Let me know in the comment section. Should I ride on? Let me know in the comment section. Should I ride on? Let me know in the comment section. Should I ride on? So most of us clamor, I get 10 certificates. I get certificates in this. Do you have the skill from that certificate that you have? Somebody once told me something, and I totally agree. When you use places like Coursera to learn, when you use places like Coursera, Udemy, they give you certificates. But do you live with a practical knowledge? Do you? Good and fine, most of those training gives practical tasks. I'm not undermining them. I teach my students to get certificates. But if you're just getting it for certificate fun, like, oh, I get 10 certificates, I get 20 certificates, what can you do? Did you pick out any practical experience from that certificate? If the answer is no, that means there is something that is wrong. Now, in case you're wondering, who is this lady? In case you're wondering, who is this person that is shaking the table a little bit? May I know for from this table, right? My name is, you probably would, some of you know me. Either you met me on my social media handle and you joined our WhatsApp community for this training. So many of you are already in my training and you're just sitting here to listen to your coach. You probably would have, for those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Chinyere Ni Agbasire Udo. I wear many hats and my students will tell you this for free. I'm currently pursuing my grad study in the field of marketing analytics. I finished my master's in communication. May of this year, and I'll be finishing my master's in marketing analytics May of 2025. Outside of academia, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. You can see little Adims. This was, I think, when Adims was 6 months, but not now again. He's a grown-up boy. So outside of academia, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a teacher, I'm a virtual assistant myself, and I'm a virtual assistant coach. I'm excited to really teach you today of everything encompassing this industry. I'm going to be trying my possible best to point light, point direction in the right place for you. So just sit back. Trust me, if you stay to the end of this training, not only would you have that change, not only would you have that knowledge that you need, but you'll be happy with yourself. So sit back while we enjoy today's training. So who is this training for? This training is for anyone who is tired of asking for urgent 2K or 5K. Anyone who wants to learn in-demand skill online, you want to learn in-demand skill online, this training is for you. This training is for anyone who is passionate about earning in dollar. You're really passionate of, oh, I want to earn in dollar. I want to stop earning in naira. Probably earn in naira and earn in dollar. It's a good. So there was this trend then. I was like, nakolabo. If you're earning in dollar, you're earning in naira. Nakolabo, it's gonna help you. Or you're anyone who wants to work remotely or even on site, because some of the skills we're going to be talking about today, they are skills that you need to use to work on site. So the exposure in this training gives you both remote experience and both something you can translate to like on-site knowledge. So if you're a student, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a father or a nursing mother, you're a 9 to 5 worker, you're unemployed, you're a business owner, you're a government worker, you're employed in different capacity, this training is for you. And if you're wondering, like, can I even do this? I will tell you from a place of confidence that you can. I'm a student, like I said. So if you're a student, I feel you. If you're a mom, I'm a mom myself, so I feel you. If you're a parent, I'm a parent myself. If you're a business owner, I'm a business owner myself, right? I still do my graduate teaching assistant, and that can fall under 9 to 5. So I kind of tell myself that I am like the identity of many Africans, because I'm probably wearing the shoe that you're wearing. If you're a student, I'm wearing that shoe. If you're a parent, I'm wearing the shoe of being a parent. If you're a mom, I'm a mom myself. If you work, I work as a graduate teaching assistant. Then if you're a business owner, I feel like I can clearly feel, all of what you feel, because I wear all of this shoe in this capacity. So if I can, trust me, you can. If I can do this, trust me, you can, and you can push through. So you might be interested to know how I went into virtual assistants, or how did Chinyere even start her virtual assistant? Or probably you have heard me talk about this before, and I'm just going to like talk about this again for those who are meeting me for the first time. My journey of going into virtual assistants, I would say, is a case of age. So if you're here and you're listening to me and you're like, oh, age-wise, you're thinking of all of that, age-wise, I feel you. Like, I feel you. So don't worry. I went into being a virtual assistant because age-wise, it was really against me. I finished school at a time when I was close to being 26. I finished school at a time when I was close to being 26. I finished school in 2019. 2000, finished school 2018, served almost 2019. And all of that being said, it was a very tough time. All of my friends were making plans of going to work, because they were still pretty young. They were making plans to go and work and all of that, but I couldn't make any of those plans, right? I finished school when others were saying, oh, they want to go and work. I couldn't talk about working, because that wasn't my reality. If you know so much about job, you would know that there is a lot of age discrimination when it comes to work, right? So it was clear on that nothing really fall out for this field for me. I needed to just find my way. So fast forward to 2019, I was like, what can I even do? What do I have capacity in doing? So I stumbled upon social media management, and that was how I went into social media management. I started learning about it, documenting my journey. And this is a case of so many of us who are probably in school and you're like, oh, maybe age-wise, maybe no favor you, my dear. Online is not a discriminator of age, and that is why I went into being a virtual assistant. So 2019, late 2019, I started virtual assistant stuff. In between, I was just documenting my journey on LinkedIn. It was just a case of practice. I kept practicing, I kept making progress. I was documenting my journey, and that was how I got my first job on LinkedIn. I did not apply. I'm not going to come here to tell you lies that I made 20 applications, I made 50 applications. I didn't apply. I would say documenting my journey brought that to me. So I'm also big on you documenting your journey. Does it mean that everybody must document their journey? No. There are different paths you can follow in this industry. And I would say that I've kind of also experimented or applied for job, documented my journey, all of them all joined together. So it's a case of practice make progress. I was fortunate enough to be working with a good manager. When the company wanted to like retrench, she was like, oh, what other thing can you do? I said content writing, and she moved me into the content writing team. So from being a social media manager, I went into content writing. From content writing, the rest they say is history. But if you notice all of this, from graduating and finishing service in 2019, it's a case of learning, it's a case of practice, making progress, it's a case of patience and a case of adaptability. It's a case of patience and adaptability. It's not a case of somebody who just sat down and manna fell from heaven. It does not work. There is a lot that goes in. It's a case of honing, like harnessing your craft, becoming better with who you're working into. That is the case of my story. So again, you need to understand that patience is very important in this industry. I'm not going to sell you. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Skills are things that pay over time. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So why should you listen to me in today's training? I have over 4 years to 5 years of experience in this field of being a VA. Over the past years, I've dedicated myself to mastering the industries like Upwork, and my results have really been tangible. I'm top rated on Upwork. So many of us are not too good with bragging and all of that, but I have successfully generated income from this industry. I've worked with international clients. I have gained invaluable exposure to diverse culture, working ethics, and business practices. I have ongoing involvement in this industry. That means you're not listening to somebody who will just offer you theory. I'm not coming here to give you theory. I'm coming here to like offer experts tips, offer experts clarity, ideas in what this industry is all about. So I have worked with multiple clients from different culture, and this has really exposed me to diverse culture, diverse ethnicity, different businesses practice, which I'm still involved in currently. So I'm going to be sharing top practical advice, up to date methods that have worked for me and they have consistently worked. Now, you can count on me to provide first hand information, actionable advice on how to navigate different platforms, attract clients, build lasting professional relationships. Now, I've also in this journey, I've been able to teach over in the last, since January when I launched my coaching of like walking people through this industry of being a virtual assistant. I've taught over 750 students already, with over 400 in training right now, and looking forward to the last cohorts that we have for the year. So you're not listening or you're not hearing from a newbie. You're listening to somebody who is not just a virtual assistant, but also an expert and an authority in the field. So, why should you listen to me, right? And we've talked about that. Here are some of the things my students are saying. And I do not come here to like, I'm not going to, if you want to read testimonials, I would say visit my Instagram. I have a lot of testimonials from my student job, from things my students are doing, from things my students have to say. But few of the things my students here are saying is, thank you so much, Coach Chi. You're a born teacher. Your teaching skills are 100%. For a newbie in the virtual assistant field, assimilation of the topic was easy. Thank you for being a true teacher. You poured out yourself completely, and I appreciate your honesty. This person is saying, Sugar say, greeting Chinyere. I must really say that you're the best of your kind. Your master class was top notch. You gave your best. Thank you so much for your unreserved knowledge. Keep soaring higher. Coach, even if I was not able to complete all my assignment, which is will be true due to power shortage in my area, you're still the best. God bless you for all you do. And again, I must say Chinyere was born to teach. Her voice carries hope, encouragement, relentlessness, determination to succeed even in the face of adversity. The journey so far is inspiring. Each module is filled with different tools that say, do not sleep on your oaks. Yesterday tools are not sufficient for virtual assistants. Wake up, the journey is still far. Thank goodness for the coach who knows her honors. She starts the class with her selected preaching of not giving up. This alone revives a failing heart. And I can keep reading testimonials, but we're not going to dwell on that. You can see you're a good teacher, take your flowers. You may not be able to know how satisfied I am with your teaching, but trust me when I say you really impacted knowledge. Your teaching pattern, your patience, willingness to share experience, giving tips and resources on dealing with tax and lots more. I was actually looking it was actually looking like a struggle for me at first, but having a coach like you who wants our students to pull through their financial stability is the highlight for me. The fact that you wear different hats as a mom, student, coach is enough for the motivation that we can actually do anything we make up our minds to do. Now you have poured out yourself, and no matter how long it takes, I hope we stack up funds with the knowledge gotten from you. And the list is plenty, and I can keep reading this and we would stay stuck there. But that is not why I've brought you to today's training to read testimonials, right? So what would we cover in today's training? We're going to be looking at who a virtual assistant is. We're going to be looking at skills and tools that you need. We're going to be looking at reason why there is profit in this industry. We're going to be looking at how you can start. We're going to be looking at few profitable niches that you can focus on. We're going to be looking at why virtual assistants don't earn or land clients. We're also going to be looking at problem many VA face. We're going to be looking at how to make your 1 to 3K monthly as a VA if you stay towards the end of this training. And lastly, we are going to be taking question and answer. We're going to be taking question and answer. We're going to be taking question and answer at the end of this training. So who is this virtual assistant training for? If I'm coming. So who is this virtual assistant training from? So sorry about that. Somebody, my friend just came around. This virtual assistant training is, sorry, I kind of lost my line of thoughts because of the knock. So you might be wondering, and I don't know, you have probably heard virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, and you're wondering who is even a virtual assistant. My goal is to explain this in clear terms for you so that you understand and you can begin to walk away from today's class feeling empowered, like you know what you're actually going into. So in simple term, a virtual assistant is anyone who helps people or business with various tasks remotely from home or from anywhere. So you're a virtual assistant if you're working from your home. So be it that you're on the beach, you're on a cruise, you're doing your own things, but you're working from the comfort of your home. You're able to use your phone, you're able to use you have a computer, you have a phone and an internet. And when I talk about computer and phone, some person will be like, Coach, can I even do this VA stuff with my phone? There are tasks you can do with your phone. I won't tell you that they are all the tasks, but I tell my student that when you begin to get jobs, when you land your clients, your goal is to get a laptop. Do you need a laptop? Yes. Must you have a laptop to get trained? The answer is no. You can start with your phone as long as you have an internet and gradually upgrade to getting a laptop. So as a VA, you do a lot of tasks, and the tasks you do ranges from scheduling appointments, managing email, handling administrative work. You can do research, and I'm still going to focus on most of these tasks soon. So think of a VA as someone who provides support from a distance. Like I don't know you. Like look at it from 30-foot view, like 30-foot view. Who is a VA? A VA is anyone who is at a distance. That means you're not in the office, you're working remotely, and you can provide support at a distance. And you're not in my office, you're not coming to an office. You can be on your bed, you can be on your couch, you can be in your parlor and do your VA things. Nobody really care. Maybe your client is in the UA, your client is in US, your client is in Canada, your client is even in Abuja in Nigeria, but you're in Lagos and you're working for them. I have VAs that work under me from Nigeria and they are not here with me, so they are VA. So from that From that up view, you're just somebody that works from a distance. You work remotely, you work virtually. That is who a VA is. Now, what stands you out is your skills and services. What you can do with your skills is what makes you exceptional in this field. Now, what can you do as a VA? Now, part of the things you can do as a VA is, because you're an independent contractor, like you're an independent contractor, you work for everyone, but you work for no one. That is what an independent contractor is. You can work with one client, you can work with two, you can work with three, you can work with multiple clients depending on your choice. So, so your goal is to get things done efficiently, effectively, without being there in person. So as a VA, you're simply using your skills, your expertise to assist business owners to lighten their workload. Now, what can you now do? What are the tasks or jobs you can do as a VA? There are a lot, and I tell people that the list is endless. There are a lot of things you can do as a VA. You can do scheduling, you can do travel planning, you can do customer support, email management and inbox management. You can do research and presentation, file organization and storage. You can do bookkeeping, you can do social media management, you can do digital marketing, you can do lead generation, you can do SEO, you can do content writing. The list is endless. Just name it. Anything you can do virtually, you can do it as a VA. You can do media buying, you can do graphic design, you can do video editing, you can do web development, you can do data entry, you can do administrative support, administrative assistance, you can do project management, you can do transcription, you can do sales follow-up, you can do inventory management, you can become a real estate VA, you can go into cold calling, you can do telemarketing, you can do order processing, competitor analysis, CRM and data management, you can do recruitment, you can do business process documentation, business development, just name it. Marketing analytics, sales development representative, just name it. Anything that you can do virtually, you can do it in this industry. Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section if this is making sense. Should I continue? Let me know in the comment section. Is this insightful? Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section. Am I making sense? Is this really very insightful for you? Let me know in the comment section. So just name it. What skills do you have? What skills do you hope to do? What skills do you hope to gain? Is it in data analytics? You can be a VA in that industry. You can go into content creation. You can go into influencer management in this industry. The list is endless. It is very wide. Like it is very wide. It is very wide. So who can you work with? Many times people are like, oh, who can I even work with? If I become a virtual assistant today, who can I work with? You can work with any freaking person that owns a business. And what does that mean? You can work with founders in different sectors. You can work with creators, people who are into digital creators. You can work with CEOs of brands and organizations. You can work with business owners and consultants. You can work with government officials. You can work with executive and managers. You can work in the health industry. You can work in the teaching industry. You can work in the fashion industry. There is also Web3 and crypto space. There is the travel industry. You can work with companies. You can work with brands and firm. Just name the industry you want to work with. There is space for you. So VAs are not just, oh, I'm working for only a business owner. You can work with multiple diverse people at the same time. Like at the same time. So you don't have to start worrying, oh, will I even have a field where I can work? There is a field for you to work. There is a place for you to work because the industry is quite wide. And as a VA myself, I've worked with those in health. I've worked with those in marketing. I've worked with clients in health-related field, in pharmaceutical field. I've worked with somebody in environmental and sustainability. I've worked with somebody in communication, in communication sector. I've worked with people in marketing sector. I have worked with like diverse people. I've worked with somebody who is into event management. Her business is she's into planning wedding. I've worked with diverse people. And here in your small corner, you're thinking that the industry is just You can work with diverse people in diverse culture. So think of any business owner, think of any business that need a VA, you can work for them. So how do you start if you want to be a VA? There are 3 things I want you to consider before you begin to think of VA. I call it the 3R. The right training is very important. The first R is the right training. In this, we are looking at formal training, like being able to getting the right training from a coach that can train you very well. There's also self-directed training when you're self-training yourself. Self-training is not always the best. Most times it leaves you very confused, and most times you do not have that practical training. However, it is still recommended, but mostly the firmer is that formal training, like being trained by the right coach or the right institute and gaining practical experience, working on what you have learned. Now we have the second R, which is the right skill, understanding and fulfilling the need of your audience, necessary technical skill, ability to approach and resolve issues creatively. Now we have the third R, the right mindset. You need to be proactive. You need to be resilient. You need to understand that confidentiality is very important and adaptability. You can't joke with this. Now, because now you understand the 3R, like the right training, the right skills, and the right mindset. Now let's look at how you can, if you have this, or you probably need to work on this 3R that I just mentioned. Now let's look at when you have all of these 3R, you have the right training, you have the right skill, you have the practical experience, right? You have the right skill, you have the right mindset. Now, when you have these 3R, you need to focus on identifying your skills. List your skills such as organizational skill, communication skill, writing skill, social media management skill. Highlight all of them. At this point, you might want to take notes. Identify your skill set because this would help you. Identify your skill set. Which of these skill sets do you have? Organizational skill, communication skill, writing skill, social media management skill. List all of them. When you're done identifying your skill, research your market. You need to look into what services are in demand. Do a quick Google search, check job boards, check freelancing websites and social media groups. Do all of this search to understand the needs of business owners and individuals that are seeking virtual assistance. Because even if you have all of your skill, you can serve everybody. Now, there are some skills that you can use in multiple fields, but not everybody is your client, right? So research the market to know, who do I want to work with? What skills do they demand of me? Then you create your service. So define the service that you can offer based on your skill set. Now, based on the skill sets that you've identified, what services can you offer? This could include email management. This include calendar scheduling. This could include data entry, content creation. What services can you offer? Then when you're done, I tell people, nobody's going to sell your business for you. Whether you're creating content to document your journey or you're applying for a job, all of them join together. You need to network and market yourself. Market yourself with good CV. Have good CVs that you can use to apply for a job. Network your way. Communicate to people. Tell people what you're doing. Connect with other potential clients. Pitch your services to them. Go to events. Join forum. Join social media platform. Go to networking events. Share your expertise so that people can know what you do. The goal is to build relationship. Whether you're just focused on applying, oh, I'm just going to write my CV and apply, or whether you're focused on documenting your journey, either ways, you need to talk about what you do. Then you can start small and gain experience. Most of what I've also seen, most persons want to become a VA and they want to become like one particular VA that is made. You forget that if like you despise the day of your little beginning, begin with smaller projects to build your portfolio. Is portfolio very essential in this industry? Yes, and that's why I counter on it for my students. Portfolio is very, very essential in this industry. Like, don't take that lightly. You need portfolio. So start by those little experience. And if you're following me on Instagram, you would notice I create a lot of content that supports you in gaining knowledge and all of that. So gain experience, create, like, if you're in a training where they are giving practical experience, like my own training, it helps you build this portfolio in while you're taking training, because it's very essential. Continuous learning and improvement. When I shared my story with you, you would have noticed that even up till now, that as I'm still talking to you, I am still learning. I'm learning about new tools. I'm learning about the industry. I'm adapting and refining my services based on feedbacks and experiences I am getting from my clients. So if you're clear about the 3R, you have the right training, you have the right skill, you have the right mindset. You need to identify your skill, you need to research the market, you need to create your service, you need to network and market yourself, start small and gain experience, continuous learning and improvement. This is very essential. Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section. So if we are clear about where to start and where and what you need to do to start, now what are the skills and tools that you need to thrive as a VA? These skills are very basic for everyone. As you grow, you'll keep improving on it. But the basics that you need to start, when we're looking at the skills, you need communication skill. I tell people that pidgin does not work here. So you must be able to like write clearly, communicate clearly. You must be able to like interact with people. Interpersonal communication works a lot in this field. So you must be able to like communicate clearly. Time management is another thing, because you'll be managing, you'll be working with different clients, you handle multiple tasks, and you have to complete them under a specific time frame. So time management is very important. Another thing is technical proficiency. Basic knowledge of tools like Microsoft Office, Google Workspace is very important, and other specific industry software is very, very important in this field. Adaptability is another thing. I tell my student that there is nothing like no. No does not work in this industry unless it is not your niche field. Take, for instance, you're an administrative assistant and your client is asking you, can you do data entry for them? And you said no. It is part of what you can do. So you can't say no. So you must be ready to learn, ready to adapt to new tools and technology as per your client's requirements. Then you also have attention to detail. One thing I have noticed since I started coaching is most persons do not pay attention to detail. This is not an industry where you're being spoon-fed. And I would say it again, this is not an industry where you're being spoon-fed. You need to be like, you need to be meticulous. You need to be accurate with data entry, document creation, and other tasks that require you to do quality work. So having attention to detail is one of the best skills that you can have as a VA in this industry. Now, when we are looking at tools that you need to know how to use, we're looking at project management softwares, tools like Asana, Trello, Monday.com. You need these tools to be able to collaborate, manage tasks, deadline, and collaborations. Now, when we're looking at communication tools, you need to learn communication tools like Slack, Zoom, Teams for like real-time communication and virtual meetings, because you'll be doing a lot of virtual meetings. You're not going there in person. Then we have file sharing and storage, things like utilizing cloud solutions like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive for sharing and storing documents securely. We have calendar and scheduling tools like Google Calendar, Calendarly. Your goal is to be able to like use this to manage calendar. We have email management tools on platforms like Gmail, Outlook, and all of that. And I can tell you for free that most of these are not taught in the university. But this is even the basics that you need to become a VA. This is like the basics you need to know to become a VA. And none of these skills, let me not say none, most of these skills are not taught in school. You have to come out from school and look for how to learn them. Now, you might also be like, what are some profitable niches you can go into as a VA? Like, because the industry is very wide, I focused on just how many? I focused on just 8. I think in my training, I provide like over 50 for my students that they can focus on. So we have the real estate virtual assistants is a niche, is an industry you can focus on. We have the e-commerce support, you can focus on that. We have social media management, you can focus on that. We have administrative support, you can focus on that. We have bookkeeping and accounting assistance, you can focus on that. We have travel assistance, you can focus on that. We have the health and wellness support, you can focus on that. We have graphic design support, we can focus on that. I just chose this. There are still a lot of fields that are very profitable, but I just chose this field to tell you that there are still industries that you can focus on in being a VA, and you would make amazing money from it over time. Now, why is there profit in this industry? Why is everybody talking about VA, 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 VA? Everybody is trying to be a VA. Or probably you're like, why is everybody talking about VA, VA? Every corner you go to VA, every place, every advert you see VA. First is because there is remote work trend. There's increasing trend towards remote work. That's everybody, most businesses are, people are beginning to open their businesses. We have a lot of entrepreneurs. We have professionals who are seeking support to handle the administrative tasks so that they can focus on running their business properly. So this is one major reason why there is profit in this industry. This is one reason why this industry is growing and booming. Now, another thing is it is a cost-effective solution. Most VAs are often cost-effective because you're not coming to the office, you're working from your home. So companies do not have to worry about expenses such as office space. They are not some of them might not even bother about your equipment because you're using your own. Like some of them will not even add you under benefit. There is no tax associated with this type of employment. So it is also a reason why there is profit. So hiring a VA is mostly maybe cost effective than hiring an in-person assistant. Now, there is flexibility and scalability. What does this mean? It means that as a VA, you can do multiple things for a business owner. Imagine somebody employ you to be their email manager, and tomorrow they need support with content creation. You can help them with that, right? And that way they can scale up their business, and this makes you very flexible. Now, we have increased entrepreneurship. We have a lot of people who are going into building their business. Like there is high demand for virtual assistant because we have a lot of startups, we have a lot of solopreneurs, and they are all seeking virtual assistant that can handle their tasks while they focus on scaling up their business. Are we still following me? Should I continue? Should I continue? Let me know in the comment section. Should I continue? Let me know in the comment section. Blessing said, I'm enjoying the class. Yes, ma. Tolulokwe said, yes. So Blessing said, yes. So all right. So another thing is you might also be wondering, so many persons are saying, oh, we are virtual assistants, we don't earn, we don't land clients. But there are a few things I want you to like clearly look at before you start complaining that you're not earning, you're not landing clients. First thing is so many persons set their rates too high or even too low without considering the value they provide. What value can you offer to a business person that can help you set your price high or even limit your price? If you lower your price too much and you have like, one of my students was saying something in one of my live. She said she was applying for a particular role. Now that role has different payment rates, right? So there is a payment rate of like 50K to 100K, 150K to 200K. And for every single time she applied for that role, she puts 50K as her earning, and the recruiters never call her back. So finally, one of her friends was now like, okay, give me your CV. I'm going to use it to apply for a job for you, but I'm not going to put 50K. I'm going to go ahead to put 150K as your salary. And within a week, they called her back. What did she do? It was clear that she has value, but she was underpricing herself. So when she asked the recruiter why they never got back to her, they told her that she can't have all of these skills and be charging 50K. It was unbelievable to them. It means that there is something wrong. So that was why they never called back to her. So some persons, they are overpricing themselves and they have no skills. Some persons have skills and they are underpricing themselves. Another thing is having a clear description of the services that you do. Most of us cannot even clearly communicate what we do. Now, some persons do not have portfolio or experience at all. Some persons are relying on only freelance platform. You don't know that when you belong to a good community, whoever that you belong to their community can refer you to a job. So many persons are just relying on only Upwork or even only LinkedIn. They are not the only job boards you can use to apply for jobs. Now, some persons simply would list their skills, but they can't demonstrate what these skills can do for a client or the value it can bring to a client's business. Some persons will never invest in their personal or professional development. If there's anything that has led me to be where I am in the last 5 years, it is investment in professional growth and myself. I develop myself like mad so that at every single time I am called upon, I can deliver. I can't give excuses. Now, there are people who operate without a clear business strategy or plan. You don't have any plan. You're just operating. You're just calling yourself a VA. Being a VA is a business. It's a business you're going into. So what plan are you using to run your business? And so many persons just focus on, let me get the job done. You don't build relationship with your clients. Over time, what will give you job, over time, what will retain you in the long run is relationship that you have been able to build with the people that you've worked with. So if you're planning to become a VA, I'm not saying do not focus on getting your work done. What I'm saying is in getting that your work done, ensure that you're building strong client relationship. It is very important. Now, there are a lot of problems many VA face, and this could also be why they are not landing jobs, they are not making money from the industry. That's because so many of them are struggling to find clients. So many of them cannot determine which service they can offer. So many of them, they can't write good proposal. They can't write good proposals or cover letter. Some of them are struggling with, they can't understand their client's need. You can't give what you don't have. That is just the truth. So many persons overcommit. Some persons undercommit. So many persons do not know how to set boundaries. So many persons have difficulty in negotiating a fair rate for themselves. Like you have your service, but you can't negotiate a fair rate for yourself. So many persons are struggling to establish clear boundaries between work and their personal life. So many VAs face the problem of feeling adequate or questioning their ability. So many persons are dealing with demand of difficult, like they don't know how to deal with demanding or difficult clients. So many persons are dealing with the difficulty of writing their contract or even navigating agreements. And so many VAs struggle with like taking care of multiple projects at the same time, right? So I want you to understand that the VA industry is gender neutral. What this means is that anyone can be a VA. Anyone can be a VA. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, you're a boy, you're a girl, anyone can be a VA. And when we're talking about skills, skills is not specific to anybody. Working from home is not specific to anybody. Anybody can work from home. Now, the best time to start anything is right now. You might be wondering, oh, what is even the best time to start? The best time to start anything you want to do is now. Your best next time to start anything you want to do is now. I've seen cases of people who will say, oh, I wish I had done this 2 years ago. I wish I had done this 6 months ago. I wish I've done this 1 year ago. You will still have the same regret next year if you don't do it now. You still have the same regrets next 2 months if you don't do it now. So your best time to start anything is now that you have realized that I need this. Go into work, go into action and start working on it. Now, before the question and answer section, I'm also trying to like be mindful of time. Before the question and answer section time, you might be wondering, Coach has said all of this. Where do I go from here? What does all of this knowledge that I've gotten today or all of this mindset, what does it do for me? And these are some job offers from my students in case you're wondering, oh, does our students even get jobs? You can check that on Instagram, but these are just some of them I added to my teaching slide. There's a paid training, and I feel like we are close to, today is November 19. We are 9 days to the start of this training. There is a paid training, and that is the last for the year to wrap up the year. So if this paid training comes with me being your coach, me being your support system throughout all of this journey and after this journey, yes, you have a coach who will be here for you in this journey and after this journey. So what would the paid training do for you? Skill development. It's going to give you professional confidence, income opportunity, time management and productivity. You're going to have job search and application marathon, access to other exclusive resources, and access to having me as your coach, and long-term career growth, because I'm in this for the long term. I don't know about who is not here for the long term. I'm here, fully here for the long term. So what would you learn in this? It's a 45 days virtual assistant training. What would you be learning in this training? In module 1, we're going to be covering who a virtual assistant is. We're going to have mindset shift, debunking myths. We're going to look at the actual truth, who a VA is / who an admin is, what a VA does, type of VA, benefits of being a VA, and IT services. In module 2, we're going to look at communication and collaboration to Google Workspace, communication and collaboration tools, editing tools, video sharing tools, meeting tools, and all of that. In module 3, we're going to be looking at setting up as a virtual assistant, how to choose a niche as a VA, soft skills that you need as a VA, how to assess your client's need and tailor your services accordingly, technical support skills and non-technical support skills that you need. And we're going to be teaching you how to build your portfolio. In module 4, we're going to be looking at social media management and promotion. I'm teaching you how to create and optimize your profile, LinkedIn and Instagram. I'm teaching you how to market and self-promote yourself, how to build a faceless brand, how to promote your services to potential clients. In module 5, we're looking at places to find VA jobs, training on Upwork and how to create an Upwork account, how to write proposal on Upwork, how to make your Upwork profile stand out and attract clients, how to apply for jobs on Upwork and answer job application questions, and other sites to apply for freelancing job. In module 6, because this is a business, we're going to be looking at client attraction, client retention, client management, and client onboarding. That's not all. We're also going to be looking at basic graphic, like content creation, how to create videos, carousels, reels, how to use design apps like Canva and Lightroom, how to use CapCut. We also have trainings. We have like 10 services you can offer as a VA. So in module 9 and module 10, we are looking at calendar management and appointment setting, travel booking, content writing and tools, email management, social media management. We're looking at SEO and web research, customer support, lead generation and tools, telemarketing, cold calling, and tools for video sharing. We're going to be covering this. That's not all. In module 11, we are looking at CRM tools, time management apps, security tools, how to use AI like ChatGPT, how to build content calendar, how to write a content strategy, and steps to deliver high quality service. In module 12, we're looking at earning strategy. Well, I'm going to be teaching you how to create your package, how to negotiate your rate, how to draft your contract, how to price your service, and how to scale your earning in the online space, and different payment options you can use to collect your money. Now in module 13, we're going to be using this. I'm going to be teaching you how to write your CV, how to ace your interview, possible interview questions, how to set up your home office, how to manage distraction, and other ways you can reach out to your clients. This is all we're going to be covering in this 45 days virtual assistant training. That's not all. In some of the bonuses of this class is I'm going to be sharing my Upwork proposal template with you that I've used to land clients. We're going to be embarking on a 15 days job application marathon. Because I've taught you all of this, I'm going to be coming here in 15 days to like push you, teach you consistency. Part of the things we do in my community, I do portfolio review, I do Upwork review, we do LinkedIn, Instagram review. Is part of the things you get from becoming become like joining this training. You also have a lifetime community access to our VA community. I told you when we started, I've trained over 750 students, right? That means if you need support at any point in time, there are students who are willing to support you. Like there are people who are willing to support you. So we're going to have assignments at the end of every class. This would help you gain that real experience to build your portfolio. There are 3 extra classes that is added, where you're going to have data entry class with Excel. There's a crypto airdrop class, and there is a 2 days graphic design class. All of these are 3 different instructors that I'm going to pay and bring them in to come and teach you in this training. So these are like some of my students that took the NFT training serious, some of their earnings and all of that. Now, if you do not know me, so many of us that are listening to me have probably paid for this training. And I'm just going to ask, how much are you willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? This journey is for you if you own a smartphone, if you own a laptop, if you have zero tech skill or have some and you want to improve on it, you consider yourself self-driven, highly proactive, you have the urge to upskill and attain your desired financial freedom, you are tired of the hustle of going to work daily, like why you can sit in your home and earn and work from home, and you're interested in anything that can pay you online, but you don't want to do buying and selling, then this training is for you. And also, if you want to be a present partner, you want to be a present parent to your children, this training is for you. This training is also for you if you're a student who is about to graduate, or you're a student in the university and you're looking for a side hustle. This training is for you. So if you're looking to learn from somebody who has worked with international clients and in dollar since she started her journey, you're looking for somebody who will hold you by your hand while they teach you in the simplest and easiest way for you to understand. You're not just looking for a coach that is passive in the industry, but you're looking for a coach who is willing to teach you the practical aspect of things and they are actively involved. You're looking for somebody who is really invested in your growth and success as a virtual assistant. You're looking for somebody who will teach you the strategies and tactics to land high-paying clients. And you're looking for somebody who will mentor you even after they finish teaching you. You have the opportunity to reach out to them. And you're looking for a teacher who understands how to teach even the simplest thing in the easiest way. Then you want to sign up for this training. The truth that no coach will tell you is to really succeed in this industry, you need to have a unique selling proposition. And that only comes from clarity. That only comes from a coach that knows what she's saying, that knows their onions, and they are the only people that can provide you with that clarity. So whether you have a bachelor's degree, you do not have any degree, you're just going to school, you have a master's, you have a PhD, you can get that clarity you need on how you can move into the online field with your skill from this VA training. So training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. All training days are live. This is a live practical class. All training days are live on Zoom. All trainings are recorded and shared with you after the training. And so you're paying for a live training where you also get like a recorded version. So you're paying for more like a live training that also comes with a course-like package. So you have more to gain from this training. And training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So what do you stand to gain? I will tell you, stand to gain everything. You stand to gain everything in this training. What do you stand to lose? Absolutely nothing. Like you stand to lose absolutely nothing. Again, you can check out. I'm trying to pace up because my friend is here and I don't also want to like keep them waiting for long. That is why I'm trying to like pace up in this training. So you stand to lose nothing. I also want to believe that at this point, from where we started to where we are right now, you already have clarity of if this training is for you or not. You already have that clarity if this training is for you or not. So for this training, all you have to pay is just 30,000 naira for everything. I've had students ask me, Coach, do I pay for each of the module after the order? The answer is no. If you're outside Nigeria, you can pay $35 or the equivalent of $35. If you're outside Nigeria, please pay $35 or the equivalent of $35. If you're in Nigeria or other African country, then you can pay $30. At this point, if you were invited in this training by anyone, maybe some of my students that promote this course, reach out to them and tell them that you want to register. The November class starts November 18. By November 18, a new cohort will start, and that is our last cohort for the year. If you want to be part of that cohort for the year, the last cohort that wraps up the year, then feel free to register. If you're outside Nigeria, pay the equivalent of $35, and if you're in Nigeria, you pay $30. That is, if you're outside Nigeria and you want to pay in Naira, you pay the equivalent of $35. If you're in Nigeria and you want to pay, you can pay $30. What this means is if you're outside Nigeria and you pay $30, I will not add you to the class. You have to balance it because you're not in Nigeria. Because I know some of you are in UK. I didn't start this early. I just started it today. So those that paid last week and they're in the UK, you have jump and pass. But from today, if you're paying the equivalent of $35 because you're not in Nigeria. This 30,000 naira is for those in Nigeria because I understand the financial crisis in the country and those in other African country. So for the next, now you might be wondering, how is she able to make 1K to 3K monthly? I work with 2-3 clients every month. I have one that paid $20 and is 40 hours in a month, which is $800. I have one that paid $30 and is 40 hours every month, which is $120. I have the one that paid $15 to $30, and that is $450. So in a month, I scale close to $1,000 to $2,000 monthly without lifting a finger. So registration is ongoing for the cohort 6. Training starts November 18. If you have registered for the training, you should already be super excited and plumped for next week training. If you have not registered, go ahead to register and sign up. And I can't wait to teach you. I can't wait to impact you in a significant way. So this 45 days training is designed especially for you in mind. Aside from holding you by your hands, it is proven to take you from a complete beginner to a level pro and job and interview ready in 45 days. Trust me when I tell you this. So right now, we're going to spend the next 5-6 minutes taking questions, and you can go ahead to drop your questions if you have them. I'm going to stop sharing and start taking your question. So if you have questions right now, you can begin to ask, and I'm going to start taking your questions. 45 days of how many hours? We're going to be learning 2 to 3 hours every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 2 to 3 hours. 2 hours, minimum of 2, maximum of 3. What is the payment deadline? Class payment deadline is November 17. Class starts November 18. Payment deadline is November 17. At most, than November 18. At most, than November 18. At most, than November 18. Yeah. Do we get certificates after training? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You get certificates after the training. You get certificates after the training. More questions. Let me know, did you enjoy this training today? Was it insightful? Sorry, I had to raise things up a little because I have to catch up with my friend before he leave. So that is why I try to raise things up a little, but I hope you got the clarity you needed. I hope I typically do this training and that certificate is valid. Virtual Click Support is registered, so your certificate is valid. 2 hours per day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Of course, a business that is registered, why would the certificates not be valid? Virtual Click Support is my brand. You can search us on Instagram, Virtual Click Support together. Virtual Click Support together. You can search us on Instagram and see what we do. And I think the registration certificate is also there. So Yetunde, we are still talking about the same thing. A business that is registered, is the certificate not registered? Is not, you asked us how much we are willing to pay. So time of the day, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. 7 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. 7 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. 7 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time is the training time. Payment link. Yetunde, are you on the WhatsApp group? If yes, chat me, chat any of the admin on the WhatsApp group. How much can we pay twice? The fee is 30,000. Are we just joining? The fee is 30,000. You can pay twice as long as you complete payments, as long as you complete payment before class starts. Without complete payments, you can't join the training. Without complete payments, you can't join the training. So if you're just, I have had trainings before, I seek a mentor who will hold me by my hand to succeed, I find you motherly. Thank you, Ogachuko. Thank you so much. And please, the WhatsApp link. Gloria, how did you join this training? Ogachuku, I feel like if there's any of my students here, if you even check this YouTube today, I just did a training on LinkedIn, Upwork, and Instagram review for my students. So I'm not that kind of coach that leaves any of my students behind, because I'm against coaches that do not support their students. So I can't point a finger and be that same person. And trust me, this is not the type of trainings that you have had before. This is definitely, when you start this training, you'll be surprised. So please, the WhatsApp link. Gloria, how did you come across this meeting? How did you come across this? You can check my YouTube on the description section. You're going to see my Instagram handle there. You're going to see my email address, and you can send me a DM. But for those of us, so reach out to whoever has sent this link of this training to you. Tell them that you want to register, and they would help you and direct you in registering. Reach out to whoever has sent this training link to you. And this is what I really wanted, a coach that will hold me by hands. I've worked as an administrative for over 3 years before deciding to be a virtual assistant. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you so much, dear, and thank you for saying this. Thank you so much. My goal is to see that everybody win, like that we are all winning in different capacity. And my goal is to also hold my student by the hand, support them as much as I can until they begin to also earn in this space. So I'm not leaving any of my students behind. So Gloria, you can use the link in my description here on YouTube and send me a message on Instagram or send me an email, and I will direct you on how to register. I'm not good at sharing my number here just for security reasons. So you can use any of these options to reach out to me. All right. All right, everyone. I hope you've been able to learn something today. I hope today's training has been insightful, has been beneficial, and I look forward to seeing you in the main training on next week. I think next 2 weeks, Monday. I look forward to seeing you. Take care, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Watch out, be careful, and take good care of yourself. Bye.